Hello everyone, welcome to our angel numbers reading for the week and the weeks ahead. It's our first reading of 2026, connecting with our angels, all of your guardian angels, the archangels, to get your messages. So I've been hearing lucky 7. Those of you who watch these videos know that the angels always come down in odd numbers. So we're going to have 7 messages today. So we'll do 7 angel number cards. We'll pair those with a tarot card so I can expand on the messages for you. And then over here, I thought it'd be fun to do a bit of a pick a card at the end to get a direct message from your guardian angel. Since we are kicking off the new year, see what kind of message they have for you for these first weeks of the new year. So I'll draw a few cards at the end. I'll give you a moment and then you can pick which card you're drawn to for your message. So for now, I'm just going to put these down here on the kind of lower shelf, and then I'll grab them when we get to that point. I do timestamp, so if you just want to jump ahead to the messages, feel free. Otherwise, we'll hang out together and get our angel numbers. January 2026, Happy New Year to everyone. Let's see what messages our angels and the archangels are going to kick us off with. What is the start of a fresh new year gonna feel like, be like? What are we gonna accomplish? Where are we gonna start? Just fuss a little bit with the cards here. I wonder how I should do it this time. Number first, or the card first, to see if the number matches. I do like to play that game, so maybe that's what I'll do. I'll put the tarot card on top, and we'll do the tarot card message, and we'll see how closely I get it to relating to the number. I did choose my nice vibrant orange deck here. This is all about inspiration, motivation, your creativity flourishing. We have the beautiful pink hue of passion igniting. So, all of us are possibly ready for a new year if our inspiration and motivation, creativity centers are all on fire. We're feeling inspired, ready, energetic, fueled for the next few weeks at least, since this is just for the week ahead and the probably maybe the first kind of 2.5 weeks maybe before I check in again. Just hanging out here behind the camera, trying to get my notepad for the timestamps, and then we'll jump into the messages here. Get the first message. So, start here, beginning with the card at my left, I guess. No rhyme or reason. I'll just start here. Okay, self-acceptance. Nice way to kick off the reading. Acknowledgement that we're all starting to truly fall into love with ourselves, starting to establish and feel rooted in our self-identities, knowing who we are, who we've evolved into. Excuse me. I just came out of all of my year-end readings for all the signs, and a lot of us, pretty much all of us, I should say, made some pretty grand steps in 2025, a lot of big life changes. It's beautiful to see this positive outcome that we all achieved, the optimism, the hope that I'm feeling off of this card. I'm really drawn to how she's like cupping her face, right? The nurturing, the care, the understanding, the empathy with self. For those of us who are working through emotions this past year, coming into the new year with epiphanies and realizations. of like our needs, our boundaries, where we're going, sort of sense of purpose, aligning here with this self-acceptance. My throat's rocked off. Wow. You know, it's a struggle. It's not easy to get to this state. So, sort of a resounding applause here from the angels for everything we went through in 2025 as a collective, and this beautiful self-acceptance, even in sense of community, at least for myself. I don't know if anybody else, but closer to the end, sort of the second half, back half of 2025, my sense of community, acceptance in the community really flourished. New friendships, new bonds, sort of established a more meaningful relationship with my neighbors through initial introductions in the summer, and then by the fall, really kind of knowing each other, you know, through conversations and some social time. I'm going to try to get my throat here to quiet, otherwise it's going to be annoying. It's annoying me, so I'm sure it's annoying to you. Okay, the angel message with that was 666, reflect. Beautiful pairing here with self-acceptance, right? Internal work, reflecting, again, setting those boundaries, knowing what your goals are, having a truer sense of self. So 666, reflect. I'll just get the message here. Okay. 666. Lots of folks get a bit worried when they see this number, but it's actually a message of reflection. Your angels are asking you to take a step back, to hit the pause button. With that greater distance, examine your current circumstances. Are you heading in a direction that speaks to your truth? Do your relationships lift you up? Does your job fulfill you? Or have you instead been putting your energy into things that simply don't work for you any longer? This is your sign to be honest with yourself and make the changes that speak to your higher self. Well, I actually feel like we've achieved this. I feel like this is more, I don't think those questions are questions, to be honest. I feel like you've, well, I mean, they're the questions from the angels, but I think because we're kicking off the new year, and like I said, this is the first weeks of the new year, the angels are kind of pulling you back a bit, maybe like the example I gave you. For me, it was the back half of the year, sort of fall, winter season, or start of winter season, where the relationships I was forming were lifting me up. I am now very comfortably, you know, being authentically me and living my authentic truth. I do have a job that fulfills me, right? So I feel like this is almost like a follow-up session. You know, if you have ever been in counseling or therapy or any kind of like life coaching, I've done all of that. When you come back to your next session, there's always okay, I'm going to ask you these questions again. And now what's your answer? So I feel like your answers, all of our answers, have changed to those questions that the angels have asked. If not, maybe just, you know, a few of you are kind of lingering a little bit, right? Because like I said, I feel more like the shift was fall, early days of winter. We're now in winter. So even like early days of Jan, we might all be settling nicely into our truths here. Okay, I'm just seeing where they want to go next, and I'm taking a sip here of water, so I'm not clearing my throat this whole time. Okay. Mother, Father, God. This is a beautiful pairing. I like how they word that, because if you're like myself, if you're someone that kind of struggles with that, I guess, communicated definition of God down to us, I am more of the mother-father duality. I usually say Mother Nature, Mother Earth, and Father Sky or the moon are one and the same, and that's the universal energy, which is God. So I'm going to go there because that's my definition, which is the universal energies, and see how she's reaching up, this individual reaching up, tapping into the powers of the universe, drawing in their powers of manifestation. Beautiful purple here swirling is all about intuition, following, kind of coming off of the message here in the 666 about following yourself a purpose, or at least making the effort. There's a sort of a desire here, an innate pull for you to make the effort to confirm, like, am I doing something that's fulfilling me in an area of my life? Am I truly pursuing a life purpose? I met a wonderful gentleman through volunteering the past 2 months, and he was sharing with me sort of how he's just naturally drawn to volunteering, and he's actually volunteering at multiple different places, and it's the type of volunteering, and like that's just part of who he is, and that's a part of an area of his dynamic, his personality, his character that he's newly discovered, and he just is thoroughly loving it, right? So I feel like there's some level here of early days of Jan. I know it's kind of maybe some of you are thinking like New Year's resolutions, but I don't think it's that. I feel like it's more maybe this contemplative energy we got off the beginning, where sort of maybe the early days, Jan, Feb, is going to be a period where most of us are going to be truly having that inner dialogue and wondering, where am I not satisfied? Where am I not fulfilled? What area of my life? And what can I do about that? You know, what can I manifest? What can I attract to me? And communicating with and listening to and having that conversation with universal spirit, right? The energies, karma, whatever you like to refer to it as. There is no right or wrong for that. And then we have, coming off self-acceptance, self-love, 2255, right? And I was just saying that. Where am I fulfilled? Where am I lacking? How do I achieve that? Look at this transformation, right? They have the beautiful butterfly. When I see white, this is hope. This is inner peace. This is joy, calmness, understanding. Then it's wrapped with the angelic golden hue, the angel colors, and then you have your heart and your intuition here, all working together. 2255. So know that your angels are working with you in this beautiful transformation of self, this continuing, very positive kind of evolution that I'm feeling for everyone. We're all kind of settling into a similar approach to life, which is, what's the version of me that I feel is like my best self, right? None of us are, what am I trying to say? None of us are trying to fit a mold anymore. We're just allowing those around us to see the real version of us, right? 2255. Things may have been feeling a little out of whack lately. Balance is the key at this point in your life. You will need to put in the work now to set yourself up for success in the future. Maybe that's why I was referring to Jan, Feb, right? I was saying we were going to put some time in now in these early days and weeks of the year. Take the initiative and make some positive changes in your life. I was just saying, evaluating where you fulfilled and not fulfilled. Evaluate whether the focus should be on a physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual level, and shake things up. Well, we do have you working with the universe. We did have the reference to, obviously, the angels and the gods, but for spiritual level, but that transformation, right, that butterfly, physical, mental, emotional well-being. So, a little beautiful, quiet start to our years. To our year. Maybe that's framing us up for a nice pocket, a nice period of multiple years back to back of peace and harmony. Sorry, I forgot self-love. like a pocket, right? We have a sort of a stretcher phase where sort of the same energy sits with us for a bit. So maybe we're heading into that. That's quite nice. Okay, which card next here? I think it might pop up to the top. I'm being drawn to the middle. Ask and receive. Here you are still working with the energies. Maybe that's why they pulled me up there. So beautiful, ask and receive. You know, this is providing clarity to your dreams. Some of us do it more tangibly. You know, we create vision boards. We write things down. You know, lists, notes to ourselves. You know, we use our calendars and we mark key dates, and I'm going to achieve this by that date. A lot of us use tracking apps as another example of, you know, setting goals and just monitoring. You know, it's not so much like evaluating and leaning into like discipline and sense of guilt. It's more of just like, I'm going to monitor, I'm going to track, I'm going to see how well I'm doing. It's making me think to a radio host, morning drive host here where I live. And at the holiday time, he was sharing an experience he had with a food delivery app. He doesn't eat out, and a food delivery was mistakenly sent to his address. He kind of left it on his doorstep for a while to see if any of the neighbors kind of noticed and saw that their order was elsewhere to come get it, but they didn't. So he took the food in. Now for him, that was an important action because he had been tracking in this app the last time since he did various different, you know, daily behaviors. So when was the last time he ate fast food? When was the last time he indulged in a little bit of cannabis? So he was sharing the length of time. And for fast food, which was delivered on his doorstep, it was like something like 409 days or something since the last time. So it was just like a lighthearted sharing of, wow, look at this experience, you know, this sort of somewhat surprise gift of fast food within a mistake, almost like a reward from the universe here of, you know, what fantastic work. You know, you just put to your mind that you wouldn't eat out, and you put in your app just for ease of intrigue, right? Satisfying his curiosity of how long could I go. And, you know, he made it to day 410 or whatever it was. So I feel like they're encouraged me to share that story with you because they want to keep it at that lighthearted levelness. Because I was talking about New Year's resolutions, but they don't want it to be at that level, right? So focus on, what do I want to achieve this year? How can I get it? And just kind of monitor. Just be ready to check in on your progress and not be too critical. Obviously, the angels are working with you because ask and receive, just like that surprise delivery. You know, that congratulations, right? It was from a fast food restaurant that he enjoys. It happened to be the one item on the menu that he loved the most, right? So he got to have a little moment of indulgence, a little moment of celebration with regards to how well he had been doing. So we have 6-6 being paired with that, so revisit. Look at your soul orb coming forward. Our souls all dwell in this beautiful orb. It's actually inside that 9-pointed 3D star, but that star is wrapped inside a white circle of light. A lot of you might have heard that anytime you're feeling fear, anxieties, nervousness. You could always say, I'm just surrounding myself with my white light, my protective white light. So here you are being drawn to your soul plan, right? Here's your intuition down here, the purple, being paired with your emotions. So mind and heart coming together just to kind of check in with your soul plan. What do I want to achieve? What do I want to do? 6-6. Reconnecting with the universe. Making sure the cards all fit. And now I'm going to get the number out of the book. I keep forgetting when I put the right revisit. What is with my short-term memory? Okay. Maybe you're struggling with that too. Short-term visit. Maybe that's why we're taking 2 months here. January, February. I keep referencing as our moment to just take some time to self, to think about things. You know, what is our 2026, 2027 is going to look like? Okay, 6-6. Turn your focus towards your roots and home life. What dusty corners need some light shone upon them? Step up and face the issues you may have been sweeping under the rug. Find inspiration and strike a balance in the face of those lingering hardships. It's okay to lean on those around you. And while it's easier said than done, your angels are gently encouraging you to turn your mind away from disaster thinking. Ask yourself, what's the best that could happen? Maybe that's why I shared the story, because he easily could have went into that mindset of, oh my God, I broke my streak. I indulged in fast food again. I ate that item. I told myself I wasn't good, but he didn't do that. He laughed about it. He was like, wow, what an experience I had. Yeah, it tasted really great, but I'm still going to continue on with this newfound kind of behavior that I encouraged myself to have, which is to not indulge in fast food, to not eat out so much. Like, that was, what is this thing? So, right, what's the best thing that could happen? I like that message. What's the best that could happen? Maybe I'll apply that throughout 2026, right? What's the best that could happen here, Ashley? Okay. I'm being drawn over to this outer corner now, so we'll hop over here. Divine timing. It's all about timing, right, guys? Maybe expect to see and feel your efforts in March. I don't know why. I don't know why they're giving me calendar time, because if you hung out with me in the year-end readings, I expressed that angels don't work with our clocks, our calendars, but for some reason they're actually giving me month stamps here. He's drawing me into the 1111 here above his head. So I'll throw angel number 1111 as well into the video descriptions. That's off the top. Anytime you're drawn, or just look over and see this number, it's the angels was with you. You know, whatever you just thought about, whatever you're currently doing, it's a sign of support. You know, I heard you. I'm here. I'm with you. So, I mean, it's appropriate, right? 1111 on divine timing. Your angels are here. They're going to be with you. Look at them giving you a sneak peek here with the cogs in motion. The wheels are in motion. Seeds you've planted are starting to come to fruition. So yeah, by the springtime here in 2026, I feel like a lot of us are going to maybe be somewhat pleasantly surprised by, wow, I went through a bit of a period of quietness, and then all of a sudden, like, in your face, you're like, that raise happens. The question you've always been waiting for happens. The opportunity lands in your lap. Like, I just feel like it's going to be like a sudden, like, oh, wow. You open your bank statement and you're like, ooh, wow, I did a fantastic job at saving. Look, I wasn't expecting to see that big of a number. Like there feels like there's like this beautiful little moment of, oh, wow. Sort of this opening, this showing. See what you're doing? Like reflecting back to you here. Like turning the camera back on you. That's what I'm trying to say. Like he's turning it around so you can see it. Like, look what you're doing. 2-2-2-2 with 1-1-1-1. That's interesting. Twin flame energy. Beautiful tapping in here to your definitely your soul purpose. In one area of your life, you're definitely finding true fulfillment. That beautiful heart and the purple hue. So that's your soul saying yes. You're stumbling into something magnificent here. something you've been wanting, desiring. It's going to feel familiar, comfortable. It's going to be a happy place, a beautiful energy that you're going to settle into, a nice harmony to the balance, to the rhythm. Oh, I just forgot. I keep talking, then I forget twin flame. What the card label is. Jeez. I'm just finding it in the book here. Oh, opened right up to it. Okay. 2222. What an exciting moment. Didn't I just say, like, wow, this is cool. Your angels are urging you to reconnect with your amazing higher self. You will make the right decision. Someone who holds a powerful spiritual connection with you may be seeking out your presence. Stay open. Find a lens of clarity. I said they were turning the camera around, reflecting the mirror back at you. And see the truth of any important partnerships you may currently be part of. Some people are beacons of light on your life path. Let your soul draw near. Right? We saw your soul energy here. And I was saying it, there's going to be an area of your life where it's going to be like, wow, right? If I go back to that, looking at your financial statement, you know, the beacon of light could have been your financial advisor in 2025. Maybe you changed who they were. Maybe it was some advice you got from a family or friend, just kind of, you know, they threw something out in conversation and you decided to apply it. And then you're like, whoa, wow, look what I did, right? There's some beautiful, hey, look what's happening to that seed, that decision you made, right? You took an action, you will make the right decision. I like that. I'm loving these messages. Ugh, what a great way to start the year. All right, so we went a little zigzaggy here, a little playful with the angel energy, so they're just as excited. So let's see where they're pulling you now. I think up here in the corner. Holy love, and they were just saying connecting with higher self. Here we have sort of representative of if you are religious and and you refer to Mother Mary, her energy is all about nurturing, caring. We have that beautiful rose, also all the flowers on her crown here. So, you know, mental wellness, a lot of self-confidence, self-esteem, self-love coming strongly through, right? I was talking about living authentic to self. We're all making that shift. I don't know. I want to say pay attention to all of our dreams as much as you can, at least this week ahead. But I feel like there's conversation, some one-on-one here with this caring, nurturing, loving energy. Whether it's going to be, you know, Mother Mary coming to you. It could be Lady Fatima. She has similar energy. Could be a mother or a female figure in your life you lost, or a pet even. That's going to be coming into your dreams here. With some private messages for you, and she's drawing me into this orb. I'm kind of swirling. She's kind of encouraging me to follow her forward. So this will be like the dream, the vision, the message. But yeah, there's going to be some divine communication, some divine connection with you, with a loved one, with a companion, or with a caring, nurturing sort of energy saint that's coming through. Now they're showing me the recently, I don't know what it's called when you become a saint, but that beautiful young youth spirit, that he was blessing everyone, and now he's been indoctrinated into as another saint here for us. So even if it's, you know, if you're more in that younger spectrum, you know, there's even a modern day saint, right? There, you don't always have to go to more the biblical or historical figures, but whoever it is that's coming in for you. It's just nurturing, loving care, but they have a very specific message that they're going to be relating to, a vision. So pay attention to who you're meeting in your dream, what they're saying to you, where you are, even just the environment, the climate, the room that you're in, and the feelings that you're having. How do you feel? Are you at peace? Do you feel your body like quieting down? Are you laughing, right? And we have 12, 12, 1, 2, 1, 2. We have choices, and look at this beautiful eye opening up for you. Maybe that's why they're communicating through your dreams, helping you with these choices, preparing you for a choice coming up. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to write this down before I forget that it's choices. And then I'll get the message from the book. And here, I'm going to stop for a second because we have the merging of the numbers. Because over here we had 11, 11, 22, 22. And I was saying I was going to write the meaning of 11, 11. And now they've merged together. 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe that's why we came over here. But, right, showing you back, your angels showing you. And then also coming into your dreamscape to show you. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. You have been consumed with inner conflict and need to address it before it causes damage. Well, that's the choice, right? That's the decision here. So no wonder you have such a nurturing, caring, loving spirit kind of coming in, right? Like I was saying, Mother Mary, she would have been extremely approachable. You know, if I just bring her to like, you know, take her out of the biblical sense and just bring her character and her personality expressed in literature to you know, people around us, or even just that mother figure, right? They're caring, they're nurturing, they're approachable, they'll sit with you quietly, they'll listen, they'll give you back their advice, and you know, so that's the energy I'm feeling here. Self-doubt and insecurities may be holding you back from making major growth moves. Turn your attentions towards making real, positive change and choices for your mental health. Actively put your own needs first. Well, no wonder she has all the flowers, right? All the love and care on her crown. And maybe that's why they're connecting in with you during the dreamscape, right? When we're in our dream world, we're somewhat shut down in that, you know, our inner saboteur, that inner critic, that second guessing is kind of turned off for the moment so that messages can get in and resonate with us. Looks like we're going to be saving the top card here for last, closest to Archangel Metatron's symbol, and just kind of our beautiful crystals here that absorb all negative energy and emanate positive, kind of like trees cleansing and making oxygen for us. So I'll come down here. I'm just writing the number down. Okay. Angelic protection. Okay. You know, I'm going to acknowledge Archangel Michael just because, you know, he is a main popular archangel for protection. But I feel like I wanted to say legion, like a legion of angels. I'm just seeing sort of like this whole table. You know, if it was like a TV screen and I was watching the movie 300, this would be the scene where like, you know, the Spartans, right? The 300 Spartans, this would be the scene where they're all just standing, shields up at the ready, kind of looking out at the enemy before them, looking out at the landscape before them. I don't know, I mean, I love the movie, but the story, you know, they were a formidable army to have faced. You know, they served a grand purpose. They saved many lives. know if all of us are going to have like some kind of beautiful glow up here in our courage and bravery center. I mean, I don't think we're all about to head into battle here, like physically, but I think like we're stronger in the sense of we don't get as easily shaken up. We're more confident in how we approach conflict or how we approach what causes us a little anxiety or fear, nervousness. You know, for example, there might be a significant portion of you who are about to embark on like a 180 or 90-degree change in career. Like that takes a level of courage and bravery. There's probably some of you that are going to be stepping into a new role. You know, maybe you're becoming a parent for the first time. That takes courage and bravery. You know, maybe you're striking out in some travel, going to countries you haven't explored yet. There's still a level of courage and bravery. You're going into the unknown. So there's this wonderful acknowledgement of you're like us, right? You're not only do you have angelic protection, but sort of the energy, what you picture when you envision like an army, a legion of angels. It's like you've got that. You have that. Or you're developing it very, very nicely. 7/7, purpose. Yeah, your sense of purpose, striking it out, right? Look how, I know it's an orb, but you can kind of see the crescent moon here in both cards. Similar hues. I like the purple. I like the green hue here that's around the crescent moon, because when I see a crescent moon in this orientation, that's a receptacle. That is a cup waiting to receive, ready and waiting to receive. It's good luck, good fortune in your favor, right? 7/7, your sense of purpose. So taking the courage, the bravery to strike out in one of these areas, like I said, becoming a new parent, stepping up in your role at work, you know, maybe joining a team or a community, kind of going back to the Spartan Army reference, right? You're kind of volunteering to be part of that because you're drawn to it. 7/7, purpose. Good fortune, some good favor behind that. You know, moving forward with maybe something you've been debating for a while. If I use myself as an example again, actually even a girlfriend of mine that I've recently met and made a new friend here locally as I moved back. You know, heading into the relationship space again. Even that gentleman that I shared, the one who was finding volunteering was really speaking to his soul. He was married for 18 years, has been single for years since, and he's now feels ready. He's now ready to, you know, try again, try to find that next companion. So that takes courage, that takes bravery. But it is, you know, a sense of purpose. He loves being a father. He loves being a nurturer. He loves being a partner. He likes coming home and spending time with someone, right? So he's ready for that again. 7/7. I don't usually like hum and sing on camera. That's something I do when I'm alone, but I don't know, the angels are getting me to be happy on camera here with you. 7/7, 77. This is your spiritual wake-up call. Check in on that mindset. Miracles and upheavals are headed your way, so approach them from a place of trust and love. Your connection to the infinite might feel tenuous at times, but trust that it is there. Cast aside those fears and doubts, right? Angelic protection. Remember that you invite in more of that which you put out. You can always incorporate a little more love and light into your life. So bring in what you seek, right? Put out good energy and you'll find that good energy back. So he's putting out good energy as he seeks a partner, and he's going to find like energy back. You're going to, you know, kind of jump in or help out in certain areas at work, kind of show your understanding, your value, your willingness, and you get promoted up into a role, right? Because it's seen, it's recognized. So that's how it kind of relates to good favor, good fortune. It's even at your back. I was going to say it's at your back because it is. I've put the card on top. I've chosen to put the cards on top. So you have good fortune and favor at your back, which I think is actually said in the dialogue in the movie 300. I think he says something about good favor being at your back. Maybe I'll watch that movie again later today. I absolutely love that movie. Just cinematically, they did a fantastic job. Okay, last card. Lucky card 7. What do we have? Earth and ground. So more connection, like building your foundation here, your sense of stability. I like how it's beside ask and receive, because her hands are up, right? Ask, hands are down, receive. So working together, connecting in, kind of knowing what to do and what you need. Putting plans into action, or even just building out your plan. I also feel like in the mind here, really beautiful balance and stability that you're all achieving in terms of the healthy mindset, the positive thinking, the supportive energies that you're staying in sort of the emotional levels, right? You're not letting anything get you down for too long. You know how to work your way through it. Your ability to let go in order to make room to receive, right? Now, what's interesting is he's pointing down this well, I'm giving the angel masculine tendencies here because of the graphic, but pointing down. Now, the bar here of earth and ground is just looking like a bar for me. And then he's giving me a sneak peek to this waterfall that's happening. You know, this little stream is about to turn into a big waterfall. So when I do wealth readings, I love seeing that because that means a source of revenue is about to kind of explode, right? So whatever you're looking to receive at this time, if it's companionship, right, your heart's about to explode with a new connection. A bond is going to be deepening. If you're seeking to expand your family, you know, you're going to get what you wish for and then some, maybe, right? You might have a pleasant surprise of twins instead of finding out that you're pregnant, but you're pregnant with twins, right? So, or you're pregnant, but so is your closest friends. They're also expecting. So now you have kind of this joyful shared moment. There's like this kind of expansion, like what you expect and then some, what you're desiring and then some, like more than you expect. I hate when I have a hard time expressing exactly what they're trying to show, but hopefully you're understanding sort of the increase in volume here. 4141, habit. That's a good pairing here with the card, because the angel was saying, or my example, like finances, right? You put effort into a source of revenue and then it explodes, right? Good habit, 4141. And you're vibrating at that level. Finding companionship, the energy that you're pouring out attracts not only a great person, but like a perfect match, right? Habit, 4141. I'm going to try to repeat that in my head so I don't forget again. And then we'll get the message. But I feel like it's a nice summary because we started here, which was the first habit, behavioral change that we were all making, second, and then we kind of bounced around to these beautiful energies, reflecting back to you what you were doing, connecting in with you in the dreams as well to remind you the courage and bravery glow up, and then a message here of how all these beautiful habits, changes in behaviors are coming together It's time to take a moment to reflect on why you're doing what you do. Are you working towards joy, or are you simply working to work? Your purpose here on this planet is much greater than being just a cog in the machine. Break that habit of monotony. Start new routines that allow you to invest in your own well-being. Well, I think you've already done that. I think this message is, again, another reminder message. It's not so much, well, maybe for some of you, it's just a encouragement to keep going. Maybe you're waxing and waning a bit, right? We all kind of stumble and falter as we try to stick to a new change. But I like this message here. Your purpose here on this planet is much greater, because that's what they were showing here, right? I was trying to say this effort is much greater. It's going to have, it's going to be bigger than you think, right? Kind of message here. I don't know why I'm pausing here, but I should be reading it out loud, but I was rereading that first sentence. Take a moment to reflect on why you're doing what you do. Why you're doing what you do. I guess I took the pause there so you all could read it again. And take away your message. Interesting how they work. Okay. So I said I was going to do a pick a card here at the end for your guardian angel messages. So a little private message from your angels. I think I'll do 3. I think you're kind of saying that based on who's watching, you're going to be able to connect in with your guardian angel through 3 messages. So we'll just get those 3 cards. I also love the cards that they drew me to pair up with their angel numbers as we start out in January, which in Canada can be our gloomy month, our January blues with the winter. The sky is more gray, days are colder, but then we have such colorful, vibrant cards here. So I'll let you all just kind of tune into those 3 cards. Just call them card 1, 2, 3. I'll just read them in that order. I will timestamp below, so once you choose your card, if you don't want to hang out, obviously to hear the other messages, you can just jump ahead to the message from your guardian angel. I'm just going to prepare here. So let's see. Okay. Maybe pause the video if you still need a bit more time, and I'll jump into the message from the first guardian angel here to you all. Peace. Calm your thoughts and move your awareness to a peaceful space inside your heart. Feel the ebb and flow of love, the eternal movement of the stars. Your life is forever unfolding to greater spheres of love. Relax and do not worry about anything, for all is well. You will soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility. I like this message for you all from your guardian angels, because we saw that here with the 666. When I first started the reading, I was talking about how we're probably entering like a period of time, a space of several years, like 3 years, 5 years, 10, whatever it might be, where you're going to sit in this more positive, optimistic, hopeful, easier kind of energy, right? Life is going to be, it will just feel easier. You won't feel overly challenged or overwhelmed throughout the year. So I like that the message also is, you will soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility. Perhaps you're like myself. I had about 4 or 5 year pocket of really struggling, but then 2025 was my transition year. So 2026 would be my start of this well-earned peace and tranquility. Okay, and we'll jump over to card 2 here for the second group. Get their message. Your guardian angels, gratitude. Thank you. This is a heartfelt thanks to you from someone you recently helped in some way. I, your guardian angel, also wish to thank you for the unconditional love you emanate to the earth, humanity, and those around you. thank you, thank you, thank you. You are eternally blessed. May peace, grace, and love forever guide you along your sacred path. This is a beautiful message. An example of why this message is for you could be, I met a wonderful person this year through a marketplace, through donations, and a bond just kind of formed. They had a very positive impact on my life at that time. And I'm going to keep them in my life because they showed nothing but kindness, and I love kindness energy. You may have done the same. Perhaps you were nurturing and caring to someone or caring for someone this past year, and maybe they haven't said it to you, but they definitely feel this thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being there to clean my wound and dress it. Thank you for just being there to sit beside my bedside, right? Thank you for helping me conquer some home projects that I just couldn't do, right? You just kind of showed and put out that energy, and your guardian angel is kind of thanking you for showing and applying that just part of your personality, right? You just kind of gave. So whether, like I said, whether you're hearing it verbally spoken to you or you're receiving hugs, definitely know that your impact was there. And is going to continue to be there as you continue to live that way, right? Guide yourself in that manner. Okay, group 3, drawn to this third group, your message from your guardian angel, prayer. Dear guardian angel, to you I pray. When I'm fearful, help me remember that only love is real. When I'm lost, help me find my way. When I'm confused, help me to regain clarity. When I feel lonely, help me feel your loving presence. And where I perceive chaos, help me to see the order. Thank you. So your angel this is just a message to you. I mean, if you pray, you can adopt this prayer. But your guardian angel is essentially saying, I am here, I'm listening, I've heard you. So I would say this group has been probably dealing with the most struggle or some kind of internal struggle. Could have been an issue or situation, because I'm being focused on the regain clarity here. Perceived chaos, regain clarity. I'm confused. So you could be an individual who's struggling with an unanswered why or multiple unanswered whys, right? Why was I part of the layoffs? Why can't I seem to find the right partner? Why wasn't I able to buy that house that I wanted to and I put my offer forward for? Why was I rejected? And so they know when you're in that space and when you're seeking that clarity and answer, and just know that they are there supporting you. They are there to help you to see, right? Help me to see the order. They are likely showing you the signs. We just need to be in a calm, open-minded space to kind of receive their signs. But this is their sign. This is one of them. I'm here. I know that you're lacking understanding and trying to get that understanding to you. So if you can, for this group, for those of you drawn to this card, give yourself a moment of quietness, whether it's before bed. Sometimes it's just sitting in the quiet for a few moments and trying to not think so that you can receive, or maybe while you're driving. Obviously pay attention to the roads and what's happening, but take that as an opportunity to just observe, right? When you are paying attention to the road and the signs and the businesses, like, what's your attention drawn to when you're stopped at the traffic light? Is it the message of the ad on the side of the truck or bus beside you? Or are you drawn to the business name that you can see across the street as you're waiting for the light to go green? So, the answers are there for you. So I think this is a beautiful opening start here to the new year, to reconnecting with the angels and archangels for our weekly messages. Hopefully you're all ready to kind of sit in this quiet time and see that just because it's quiet doesn't mean nothing's happening, right? doesn't mean that nothing's happening. You got all this messages about receiving, the manifestation, the plants, the seeds you've planted, not the plants you planted, the seeds you planted by staying true and tuning into what's your soul purpose, what's your life purpose, how do you want to guide and navigate yourself of who you are, and then the impact that it's going to have. Your little droplet is going to have a huge ripple effect. So I'll see you all in our next angel numbers reading.